Hey guys, and welcome back to the Fit Pro Daily. It's a new week, week 3 of 2021, and this week I want to share with you about websites, getting found online, and really making the most of your online business card. Your website should be viewed as your online business card, a place to send people to get them warmed up and to turn them into a lead or potentially a sale. And I want to start this week's off not with a guest interview. I want to start off with a free webinar I did last week going through the 5 steps you need to do to actually launch your webinar. I'm not going to give any more intros because I give the intro in the video itself, go through all those steps, and then some questions at the end, which I'll probably take away so you can ask your own questions by just comment below or reaching out to us. But before we do dive into it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, make sure you do that by clicking that big red button below. By subscribing, you never miss any future episodes and you're always up to date with what works when it comes to your fitness business. At the 5 steps to launching your first website. Okay, so if you haven't got a website, this is literally going to be perfect for you because we're going to literally show you or give you the exact steps you need to do to be able to set up your own website. And again, when we're talking about this, I don't want you to go out there and create like a 20-page massive full-on website because we really don't need this. Okay, at the gym at DK9 Fitness, we run off I think it's 5 pages and the blog. A lot of our website clients use just a 1-page website and the blog. So what I'm going to talk about is really just getting the basics up there so you can show the world what you're all about, and then you can convince them to become a lead, and then you can chase them up and sell to them from there. So first of all, welcome to the first live free training of 2021. As we explained towards the end of last year, the aim is to do 2 of these every single month. So every other week, we've got a brand new topic coming your way. And if you followed the last one where we talked about creating your content calendar, we've already planned these next couple of months trainings. We've got it down. We're working off a quarterly basis. So if you want to go back and check that training out, definitely go and watch it, okay? Highly recommended because it's going to give you so much clearer idea of how to set up not just your social media, even though it's called your content calendar, it's just your marketing in general. What offers you're going to run in your gym, what offers you're going to do to bring people back, what other offers you're going to do online to cold leads, how you're going to do your staff meetings, and everything like that. So here in the UK, there's a lot of excitement coming up now because of the vaccines. I think they've just confirmed the 3rd vaccine, I think, now due to be administered in the UK. So it's a really good start to 2020. So we just need to hold on that little bit longer. Yes, I know the rest of the year isn't going to be as straightforward as we would like it to be, but things are definitely going to get much easier as the year progresses, as the year moves on. So please just hold on that little bit longer. And even if you just want to reach out to me, to one of the team, ask us some questions, no matter how big or how small or how complicated the question is, just ask us. We can give you advice that can settle any nerves or any worries that you have, and then you can crack on and do what you're best at. So just quickly to the people that are watching, what is your current situation right now? Are you in the UK? Are you based in the US? I know Jessica, who's watching, is based in the US. Where are you based? Let me know in the comments where you're based, and then we can have a quick chat, see what's going on with you, and then we can dive into the rest of this presentation or these slides. So let's just see what comments are going to come up. If you've never watched these type of presentations before, we're using something called StreamYard. So down at the bottom of the video, the text or something, there will be a link. So if you click that link, that will also tell me your name. Because at the minute, all I see is Facebook user, and this Facebook user is UK Lincoln. Anybody else? Where else are we based? We've got UK Southwest Weymouth. Okay, a couple more coming in. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay. So mainly UK currently. I think it's the time of night and all that. Okay. So last training was the contents calendar. How did you get on with this, okay? It's really going to make such a big difference when it comes to planning your fitness business, okay? Not just like your social media, like we said, it's like literally the whole thing. We want to make it as simple as possible for you to be in control of your marketing. So we're planning quarters and we're planning the months to put you in control. No more guessing, no more just making it up. It's always about being in control. So now we're in this lockdown again and we've got all these restrictions going on. I want us to use this time effectively, okay? I want you to use the spare time that you've got to really focus on your business. And that's why I thought this is a good time to put this training out there to you, because we are going to have a little bit more time than usual. If you own the gym like I do, then you'll be down at that gym. Maybe you're coaching clients, maybe you're answering consultation calls, maybe you're doing all this stuff. And usually you don't have any spare time. But now, because we're in lockdown, we actually do have more time. So it's now is like the perfect time to get us ready for when we do reopen and make the most of this spare time that we have. Like I said there, we're going to get ready to reopen. So when we reopen, we've got a website built. You've got your content calendar built from the last training. You've looked at 5 ways to generate additional income in your business. If you watched the training before that one, okay, go back and watch these live trainings. We're going to start building systems out. Fix systems if you've got any systems that you think you need to be fixed. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to sort out your website. So if you've got a website and you think, you know what, it's quite embarrassing, I need to get this fixed, some of the stuff that we're going to talk about will definitely help you. But if you haven't got a website and you think, you know what, I need to get a website sorted, then 100% keep watching, because that's what we're going to dive into today. So first of all, why do you actually need a website? Okay, you see loads of other people saying you can probably get away with just Facebook ads and a landing page, and that's it. And there is some truth in that, but Google can literally define your business, okay? And what I mean by this is a prospect's seen you. They've been scrolling through their phone, they see your Facebook ad, maybe they don't click on your Facebook ad, maybe they go to your Facebook page, and then you think, you know what, let's Google this business. They jump on Google, nowhere to be found. Okay, and this is not a good situation. If your business doesn't show up on Google, then they're going to think, is this a real business? Are these people, are these con people? And you know, if you run ads quite often, you get a lot of people saying, this is not real, this is not true, this is not the real thing, okay? You can set your Facebook page as your website on Google My Business. Yes, Luke, definitely. So yeah, if you use Google My Business properly, you can create a website on Google My Business, and some of the stuff we'll talk about this and how to build that and stuff to include on that page will definitely help you out with that as well. So if you don't have a website, you're potentially losing clients, okay? I'm saying potentially because not all situations people go and check you out, but a large majority of people will be Googling you, trying to find out if you're the real person. Consider like you've booked somebody in for a consultation, okay? You are quite a high ticket place. Maybe you're charging, let's say, 300 quid, and people just want to do their due diligence before they come in to talk to you. They've had a look on your Facebook. They've seen you've got quite a few Facebook reviews, but then they jump in on Google and they just can't find you. Again, that could stop that person from turning up to this consultation. Or when you do have a website, it'll convince that prospect to actually turn up and want to be a client at your gym. And the website doesn't need to be complicated, okay? We said this at the start. It doesn't need to be like a 6, 7, 8, even 20-page massive website. The one we have at Decline Fitness is like 5 pages and a blog. We've got loads of people where we just do 1 page and a blog. So your website doesn't need to be complicated. So if you're new to Fit Pro Lead Gen, you have no idea who I am, let me just kind of go through this really quickly. So I'm David Kyle, owner of DK9 Fitness here in Cardiff. We're an over 30s gym. I've been a Fit Pro since 2015, started doing outdoor boot camps in North Wales, and moved to Southampton, started running small group personal training to over 30s ladies only. And then Fit Pro literally started just a couple of months after we moved down to Southampton, for the simple reason people were asking me, how did you grow it so quickly? And it was a case of me showing them, giving them tips. And someone just said to me, Dave, can you just do it for me? And that's how Fit Pro Lead Gen started. So easy, okay? And then we opened the facility in 2018 up here in Cardiff. We've got 2 full-time trainers. We've got a gym manager. We've got myself. We've got another admin lady. So it is a full-on facility. We've currently, with lockdown going on, I think we're up to 102 clients now because a couple of people have left because of lockdown. So if you're reading posts from so-called gurus and they're telling you shouldn't be losing any clients during lockdown, honestly, they probably haven't run a fitness business themselves. In that first lockdown, I think we lost 68 clients in total during that first lockdown. We were doing loads of Zoom calls every day, Zoom sessions. We were doing what we call quizzes every Friday night, with coffee mornings every Tuesday morning. We were doing over the top, giving them loads of stuff, yet people were still leaving. Okay, so we just still need to go above and beyond. Anyway, currently, because in Wales, well, the whole of the UK now, more or less, is we're back in lockdown. So this was a video, this was a picture doing a charity challenge. It was called the Everest Steps Challenge before lockdown happened. And then that's another angle of the gym for you there. So that's who I am. So the purpose of a website, or the website's purpose. So before we dive in, I want to really consider why we actually need a website. Yeah, we talked about people are going to be Googling you, but when they come onto the website, is it actually convincing them to keep on the website, to actually become a lead, to actually want to turn up for the consultation? And it's the job, it's like the main job in your marketing system. It's not just sit there and gather dust. It's not turn prospects away. It is all about convincing them that they should be staying. So before we dive actually into launching a website, building a website, creating a website, I actually wanted to go through a few considerations of things you need to have on your website after we've built it, okay? So we've got the hosting, domain, websites, all that type of stuff, but what's actually on the website is what's going to convince people to stay. So your website main sole purpose is to generate you leads, convince people that you are a reputable business, you're safe, secure, trustworthy, and then they become a lead. So it needs to talk to the viewer within the first 5 seconds of landing on your website, okay? And this means it needs to tell the viewer who this website is for. If you head over to DK9 Fitness, the gym website, it will literally tell you we're helping over 30s in Cardiff. If you jump onto the Fit Pro Lead Gen website, it will literally tell you we help gym owners, small group instructors, and personal trainers generate leads. It literally tells you instantly who it is for. If the website doesn't tell them who it's for in the first 5 seconds, they're probably going to turn away instantly because they're not sure that this is the right website for them. Next thing you need to consider is the website is not about you, okay? The customer isn't coming to train at your gym because they love the way that you look. Maybe some people do, but we have to remember the website isn't about you. It's about convincing that person that they're, 1, in the right place, and 2, you're trustworthy, so they become a lead. Remember, it's all about generating a lead. So we don't need to talk about your qualifications, your past histories, unless it's something that the viewer can relate to. So the content needs to talk to the audience's needs and wants. Yes, if you're telling them that you went to university and you studied sports psychology or sports science, and that's why I became a personal trainer, if it can be relevant to the audience needs and wants, then it has to stay on the page. But if it doesn't, if you're just telling them that you are a really good basketball player and you love playing on the PlayStation, you like going for bike rides, that's not really going to benefit the person that's viewing it to become a lead, okay? We've talked about this website is for this type of person. Now show that type of person loads of pictures of your audience on your website, loads of success stories on your website, okay? And we want to keep it simple. Loads of pictures, people of all shapes and sizes, doesn't matter. Consider what your target audience looks like, put those pictures on your website. If you don't have any clients, then consider what your target audience looks like. Jump on something like Canva where they give you the free images and grab the images from there. Success stories, again, a wide range of success stories. If you work with over 30s like we do, we help people lose weight, we help people gain weight, we help people get married, we help people get back into life after they've been through a crazy divorce. We help people find their fitness to hang out with their kids. So that means our success stories need to be really varied. So when people come to a website, one of those success stories matches, again, their needs and wants. And the website needs to be simple as well, okay? It can't be complicated. Nobody likes complicated stuff. Nobody likes stuff when everything's a mess. You've probably had the same situation. You've walked into the house of an evening, maybe you forgot to do the washing one day, you forgot to do the pots and pans when you left, maybe all the stuff was left out after you made your packed lunch in a rush, and you got home and the house is a mess, and you think, oh, leave that, just go to bed. It's the same for the website. If people come to your website and it's all complicated, it's all messy, it doesn't make any sense. People are literally going to leave because they can't navigate their way through the website. We don't want to overcomplicate, okay? We don't need loads of massive, crazy texts or images or colors. Again, we'll talk about this in a minute. A website should only have 3 main colors. It should really have 1 or 2 different size text fonts, okay? Images that all match the same sizes throughout. So again, it's easy to flow. It's easy to read. It's easy for the eye to take in and not feel stressed and complicated, with plenty of call to actions. Tell the viewer, tell the user what to do. Great. This website is for over 30s in Cardiff. If you want to learn more, click here. If you want to get started, click here. Here's a free ebook for over 30s in Cardiff. Click here. Loads of call to actions. Anyway, enough of me talking about this. Let's dive into the 5 steps to launching this website, okay? Get to work. The 5 steps that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about hosting and the domain. We're going to talk about website build and security. We're going to talk about branding and mobile optimization. We're going to talk about lead generating websites. And finally, we're going to talk about search engine optimized at the same time. Okay, let's dive in. Step 1, your hosting and your domain. We have to start here. We can't do anything else until we've got your hosting and domain sorted. For the simple reason, your hosting and domain is the name of your website and where your website lives. So we need to purchase your hosting and domain. So domain equals your website name. So it's www.yourbusinessname.com. So that is your domain. You need to purchase that. It could be .co.uk, it could be .org. So we are www.dk9fitness.com. We are www.fitproleadgen.com. If you're unfortunate to have a similar business name to other people out there and they've already purchased this business name, then just try and think outside the box. How can you just be a little bit different? Add maybe an extra 1 or 2 letters or anything on the end so your website does stand out and someone's not searching for you and accidentally going to the wrong person, okay? Something else to consider, something I should have done when I started and I didn't know about this stuff when I started, is when I type in DK9 Fitness into Google, let's say, most people often put the number 9 in, but our business is spelt N-I-N-E, so don't have numbers in there. If you can, don't have hyphens in there. Again, that's really complicated. Don't have a really, really, really long name. So imagine that my business name was my name, David Anthony Kyle Personal Training. That would be super long. We don't want that, okay? Keep it short, keep it simple, and try and keep it to the name of your business. Hosting. Hosting is where your website lives. What I mean by this, okay, your computer, imagine, is like a hosting platform for the work that you're doing right now. Your website needs to live somewhere, and it lives in a hosting platform, okay? It could be in the UK, it could be in America, it could be Australia, wherever it is. Don't need to really worry about that. But we need to purchase hosting and domain. So we use a company, one.com. So some considerations we need to do. We're going to talk about considerations as we go through each of the steps. Does the hosting and domain package that you're purchasing come with a professional email? Because there's nothing worse than you're sending some information to a prospect and it's like davidkyle@gmail.com. That doesn't look super professional. It looks better, info@dk9fitness.com. Looks so much more professional. It looks like a proper business email then. So when you're purchasing your home domain and hosting, does it come with a professional email address? And does it also come with one-click WordPress? We're going to talk about WordPress in a minute, but these are just considerations that I think you should really know about. Okay, step 2, website build and security. Now, there's so many different ways to build a website. We've got WordPress, we've got Weebly, we've got Squarespace, we've got Wix. And there's probably loads more that I could have listed, but I just didn't decide to do it. There's so many out there. We use WordPress. Probably about 65% of the whole world's websites are built on it. Massive amount, 65%. That might not seem like a lot, but when you consider Weebly, Squarespace, Wix, and all these other platforms that you can build websites on, WordPress counts for 65% of that. That is a massive amount of people that trust WordPress. And it's also free. The only thing you need to do, if you want to, is you can purchase different designs and templates to maybe have a different look and feel of your website, or you can just use the free templates and free information out there. There's no monthly recurring payments, whereas with Weebly, with Squarespace, with Wix, there are payments that you need to do. You need to be paying for them monthly moving forwards from there. Yeah, in step one, you need to purchase the domain and hosting, but when it comes to the website, we don't need to pay for WordPress, whereas you could have to pay for Weebly, Squarespace, Wix, and all those other. So considerations. We need to make sure it's easy for you to use, okay? Not just you when you're building it, but also for your customer when they're on it. Make sure it's really just easy to use. We don't want something that's going to be complicated. It's going to take you hours to have to learn how to use it, and it's going to be really difficult for the user to actually navigate their way through it. The cost and the learn time, again, if you're talking like Weebly, Squarespace, or the Wix, how much is that actually going to cost you for the lifetime that you're with them? You're going to be with them for, let's say, 5 or 6 years. And if they're charging, let's say, £20 a month for something, that's going to be really expensive in the long run. So these are the things you have to consider, okay? And the learn time, if they're always updating stuff, are you going to be able to keep up with the learning element of it? You need something, again, something simple and easy to use that doesn't take you ages to learn. Security and safety, again, with WordPress, you can download additional plugins to make it more secure. You can even pay for even more security benefits. And the same for Weebly, Squarespace, and Wix. We need to make sure we can add security and safety. Last thing you want is your website to be hacked and redirecting all your leads to some sort of dodgy website. So we need to make sure it's secure and it's safe. And load time and design play a big part. Nothing worse. You've found a website you like, you're loading it up, and it's taking forever to load. It's just not loading, and you're like, oh, I don't have time. So you go back, you get off this, you go away, not interested, okay? Load time has to be quick. And the design, again, has to be nice and easy to use, easy to follow, easy, pleasing to the eye, mobile optimized, which we'll talk about again in a minute. Okay, step 3, branding and mobile optimized. And this is such a key element to the whole thing, okay? Because first impressions count. You've done it all your life. You've judged somebody. You might not think you have, but you've judged somebody within the first 5 seconds of meeting them. Some crazy stat out there that proves this type of thing, okay? And it's exactly the same thing with your website. We said one of the first slides on this, somebody decides within the first 5 seconds if this website is right for them. So first impressions really do count. So we need to make sure it loads fast. When somebody literally clicks the website, it needs to load almost instantly, or they're going to be like, why is this website taking so long? I don't have time to wait. Leaves the website. So it needs to load fast. The website needs to be pleasing to view, okay? It has to be nice and easy to look at, especially on mobile, because mobiles are much smaller than desktop. Nice and easy to read, to view, to navigate around. So we need to consider, is this website optimized for all devices? For the laptop, for the iPad, for the phone, for when somebody shares it onto a big TV, for the Kindle, and all these other different things? Is it optimized specifically for every device? We need to have less than 3 or less different colors on the website. So if your colors are black, red, and white, stick with black, red, and white. Don't go adding green and blue and purple and all these additional colors, because as somebody's flown through it, all these colors are confusing their eyes. Again, it's all mental stuff, okay? It's going to put this person, it's going to turn this person away and make them want to leave the website. Same font and text. Don't be using different type of fonts on every single paragraph and different text sizes all over the place. Try and stick to 2 text sizes, one for your heading and one just for the body text, for your normal text. And again, don't be using loads of crazy different fonts that maybe don't work on all devices or are just confusing to read. That's easy to read. That doesn't really make sense. Easy to read, or, and then, okay? So make sure the font and sizes. Image load times, again, important. Website might load fast, But if the images are taking ages and ages and ages to load because it's such a big image file, then that's going to turn people away. So make sure the images loads fast and the copy flows. It makes sense, okay? It actually reads well. It's easy to understand. Step 4, a lead generating website. So a website that does nothing is not good. A website that turns people away is not good either, okay? That is not the job. So we don't want these things. What we need is a website that generates leads. It needs to be a lead generator that turns the viewer, the person reading the website, the person looking at the website, the person scrolling through the website, it needs to turn them into a lead. So we need to consider copy that talks to the user. Again, we've talked about this earlier. It needs to resonate with them straight away. Talk to their wants and needs, talk to their goals, talk to their desires, talk to their pains. It needs to be written for the viewer. It has to have plenty of call to actions, loads of opportunities for them to give you their details, whether it's name, email address, and phone number, name and email. You can choose, okay? So you can give options to download through ebooks, options to request a call back, options to find out more, options to submit their details for a program, maybe even options to pay. Loads of call to actions because people will do what the website tells them to do. It needs to be easy to find the contact page, okay? Maybe they don't want to fill all these pop-up buttons, but they just want to go to navigate their way to the contact page. Is that easy to find? If that's not easy to find, people won't want to give you their details, okay? Varied call to actions. Again, we talked about this, okay? Ebook, 7-day pass, request more information, request for a callback, request to do the challenge, okay? And different text on these buttons. I want to learn more. I want to get started. Send me more information. Put loads of different things that talks their way, the talk language that they do. And finally, I've put it in red because a lot of people forget to do this. They build the website, but then they forget to test the links. If your links don't work, then the person going to the website isn't going to be getting the results that they want. You're not going to be getting the leads that you need because the links are broke. So make sure you've tested the links. Okay, step 5, search engine optimize. So your website needs to be found, okay? It needs to be found out there. You tell people about it through social media, through your emails, through word of mouth, and all these different places. But we want the search engines to know about it, okay? We want them to be helping you get found and referring people to your website. So we need to consider the copy. This is the text on the website. Does it mention the locations, the services, the target audience that you want to work with? Think of the keywords that people are going to put into Google. Personal training in Cardiff. My website needs to say personal training in Cardiff. Boot camp in Cardiff, okay? Weight loss program in Cardiff. I need to mention these keywords that people are going to be talking about in the copy. I then need to submit the website to the search engines and directories. Now, there's two differences here, okay? The search engine is Google, Yahoo, Bing, Ask Jeeves, if that's still around, okay? Whereas the directories are like Yellow Pages and all these type of things. So you need to be submitting your website to these places. The search engines eventually will find your website and create that listing, or they'll just start registering or referring your website on the search engines, but the directories won't. So you need to be adding your website to these business directories. Then you can get additional SEO plugins to add to the website. That's going to help get your website found, okay? They'll submit your website to different blog places, to Google, to more search engine, all these different stuff. Plus, we need to be labeling our images. Don't just have image 37658. The image could say Lucy doing a personal training session in Cardiff, because again, the keyword personal training in Cardiff, and it's a real person, that's going to show up a lot more. It's going to be easy to get your website found. And one tip that a lot of people don't consider is writing blogs, okay? Google likes freshly updated websites. That means load of new content going on there so they can keep coming back, keep crawling the website, keep grabbing new data so they can share it with their customers, with their viewers. So if you're writing blogs daily, weekly, monthly, just something new occasionally, your website is going to be crawled a lot more often because it's got a lot of new content. And then if you're in that blog, you're referencing location, services, target audience in the blog, could be anywhere in the copy. Again, that blog post then is going to be searched for. People are going to find the blog post, come to your website, and potentially become a lead from. there. So those are your 5 steps to launching a website. You've got your hosting and domain, you've got your website builder and security, you've got your branding and mobile optimized, you've got your lead generating website, you've got search engine optimized. And this can be done all on one page, or it can be done over a vast website. Again, we said at the start, you don't want to go crazy. You can if you want, but you need to consider all these aspects, all these steps to when we create a website. One page is more than enough for most people, or you can have 5 or 6 pages that we've got for the gym, but make sure we're covering all these aspects. And we just need something, okay? It doesn't need to be amazing. It doesn't have to be crazy. It just needs to be simple. Someone can read it, come to it. Who was it was saying? Luke was saying, he's created a website on Google My Business, okay? It doesn't need to be epic. It doesn't have to be crazy, worth thousands of pounds for a website. It just needs to be something that people can find, read through it, and then become a lead. And it helps you get found and turns the viewer into a lead. Now, before we take any questions, I hope you've been able to take a load of notes from this. If not, definitely rewind, make some notes, watch over again and start implementing this stuff. Now, if you enjoyed this, then we've just launched a web design and management service. We would love for you to become one of our founder members, okay? We will take the stress and confusion, all the stuff that we've talked about, off your hands. To celebrate the launch, we're actually removing the setup fee for the first 5 people that join this new service that we've just launched, okay? To the website and management service. So we're going to take care of literally everything for you. You don't need to worry about any of the stuff that we've literally talked about, okay? We're going to build a fluid design that works on any screen and size. Remember, we talked about this earlier, mobile optimized. I'm going to give you a business email address so you look professional on any business card that you hand out. It's going to be lead generation focused that connects directly to your email marketing software. So if anybody opts in on your website, they automatically go into your tracking system. It's going to be on world-class hosting that keeps your website live 24/7, not hosting that drops out, hosting that pauses because it needs a refresh or update. Your website will be live 24/7. Weekly website backups, giving you access to the previous designs if you need to go back and change something, okay? Simple SEO that will boost your page rankings and drive more traffic to your website. 24/7 firewall and security to keep your website safe from hackers. Lightning performance with super fast load time at any device. Professional blog layout, so it will draw the readers in. Plus any changes, updates, or improvements that you need, we can get them done usually in less than 48 hours. Again, we'll literally take care of everything for you. So if you are interested in this, then here are the numbers that you need to consider, okay? We're only doing the one-page website to begin. We're going to get a blog set up for you too. We're going to give you the business email plus everything else we've just mentioned on that last page. And there was a load of stuff in there, okay? There's one design, we've got another design here, and the third design. So we're always adding new designs too. And remember, for the first 5 people, we're removing the £100 sign-up fee. So here's the program. No £100 sign-up fee. It's just £35 a month for 12 months. We take care of absolutely everything. Make sense? So if you want to know more, simply drop myself or one of the team a message. We can jump on the call, go through all this with you, answer any questions you want, and we can probably have this done in probably a 3 or 4 day turnaround, depending on how quickly you can get the information that we need. Okay, so that was the 5 steps to launching your first website. And like I said in it, you don't need to overcomplicate anything, okay? Nothing needs to be complicated when it comes to your website. The aim is to convince people you are right for them and then to turn them into a lead or a sale. So definitely go back, rewatch that video a few times, make some notes, and then get that website set up. Now, over the rest of the week, we're going to give you even more tips and more strategies. But for now, enjoy the rest of the day, enjoy the start of the week, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Cheers.